Greetings, brethren of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. This is our Cry Aloud Messengers. I'm your host, Brother Stanley Zombe. Today we want to discuss about the minority that are going to be saved from the SDA Church. That is, a small number of our people are going to survive, are going to be saved from the 23 million plus Adventists worldwide. My brothers and sisters, we need to be a people that do benefit from history. We are going to read from 1 Corinthians chapter 10. We're going to begin from verses 1 to 13, but we're not going to read all the verses there. I encourage you to go and read 1 Corinthians chapter 10 from verses 1 to 13. I'll read verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that you should be ignorant how that our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea. Verse 2. And were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea. Verse 3. And did all eat the same spiritual meat. Verse 4. And did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. Verse 5. But with many of them God was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. Verse 6. Now these things were our examples, to the intent we should not last after evil things, as they also lasted. My brothers and sisters, this is the account of the ancient Israel, of our forefathers. Our key verse for this study is found in verse 5, where God tells us that, but with many of them God was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. So today, my brothers and sisters, we see that we are repeating the history of the children of Israel. With many of the SDA church members today, God is not well pleased with us. My brothers and sisters, hence we say that today the membership of the church reaches to about 23 million, which means that with many, my brothers and sisters, with many of that 23 million plus Adventists, God is not well pleased with us. Where are you standing, my brothers and sisters? Are we benefiting from the history of the children of Israel? We have read verse 6, which told us that these things, they were written for our examples, to the intent we should not last after evil things, as they also lasted. We know, my brothers and sisters, that the children of Israel, they lasted after evil things. They did not respect the prophets of God, especially Moses, as it is today. We do not respect the prophets that have been given to lead this church. We violate the health message. We violate the dress reform message. We violate the keeping of the Sabbath. We are not keeping the Sabbath as it is written in the Word of God. We continue reading from verse 8. It reads from verse 7, neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. Verse 8, neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed and fell in one day 3 and 20,000. So here, my brothers and sisters, we're being told that we need not to be idolaters. We know today we're idolaters. We follow the dressing of the world. And here we've been told again that we need not to be what are fornicators, my brothers and sisters. Are we getting the warning? This is the warning, my brothers and sisters, that comes to us this Sabbath. As we know, my brothers and sisters, that God is about to purify His church. A small number will be saved, and a minority will be saved from this 23 million plus. As we read from Revelation chapter 7, Revelation chapter 7, which talks about the sealing of the 144,000. We know, my brothers and sisters, that this is the number that is going to come out alive from the SDA church. This is the number that is going to survive the purification that is about to befall the SDA church. This minority, my brothers and sisters, this is a small number compared to the 23 plus million of Adventists that are around the globe. This sealing, we've been told, if you read from Revelation 7, from verses 1 to 4, we've been told that the four winds are being held so that God seals His all people. And this number is 144,000. These are they that are going to survive, brothers and sisters, this purification that God is about to make. As we have already stated, that with many of the church members, God is not well pleased with us. Many are going to perish. We're going to read again from Steps to Christ. Steps to Christ, page 47. It reads, many will be lost while hoping and desiring to be Christians. They do not come to the point of yielding the will to God. They do not now choose to be Christians. My brothers and sisters, this is a very clear words coming out from the spiritual prophecy that many will be lost while hoping and desiring to be Christians. They do not come to the point of yielding the will to God. We know, my brothers and sisters, especially today, when we talk about the health reform message, many reject it because they have not given their will to God. We have seen, my brothers and sisters, even from this past General Conference session, that many of the delegates, they were voting against God. We saw it especially with the immunization statement. They decided not to include it on the agenda. My brothers and sisters, this is a wake-up call for us today to put our houses in order before it's too late. Many Adventists are going to perish. Many Adventists will be lost. A minority, a small number of my brothers and sisters will survive the purification. They will be saved. Just a small number, as it is written in the book of Revelation, chapter 7. We're going to as well again to read from the testimonies for the church, volume 2, page 442. It reads, like ancient Israel, the church has dishonored her God by departing from the light, neglecting her duties and abusing her high privileges and exalted privilege of being peculiar and holy in character. Her members have violated their covenant to live for God and will to live for God and Him only. They have joined with the selfish and world-loving pride, the love of pleasure, and sin have been cherished, and Christ has departed. My brothers and sisters, these are the words that are coming from the pen of inspiration, that we have dishonored God like ancient Israel. We have not benefited from history. We also read again from the book Christian Education and Teachings of Ellen White, page 158. It clearly tells us that we have done worse than the children of Israel. My brothers and sisters, are you benefiting from history? Are you benefiting from history? Am I benefiting from history? Am I studying the history of the children of Israel and make these a stepping stone for me and you to be saved? Where are you standing this morning? We continue reading. His spirit has been quenched in the church. Satan works side by side with professed Christians, yet they are so destitute of spiritual discernment that they do not detect him. My brothers and sisters, we see that as the SDA church, we have quenched the Spirit of God. My brothers and sisters, we have quenched the Spirit of God, and hence, with many of us, God is not well pleased. This is a voice this morning that is calling for revival and reformation in our meetings. We continue again reading from the same testimonies for the church. A profession of godliness without the living principles is as utterly valueless as salt without its saving properties. An unprincipled professed Christian is a byword, a reproach to Christ, a dishonor to his name. My brothers and sisters, profession will not save anyone. We know this Sabbath our churches are going to be full, but how many are sacrificing to live for God? This is what is being said here. Profession won't save anyone. Knowing the truth, having a head knowledge won't save anyone, my brothers and sisters. But what will save us is to be a people that are living up to the truth that has been given to us as a people. Least will be this assault that is valueless, my brothers and sisters. An unprincipled, professed Christian is a byword, a reproach to Christ, a dishonor to his name. Are you not dishonoring the word of God today? Are you not are you benefiting from the history of the children of Israel? I continue reading. I have tried in the fear of God to set before his people their danger and their sins, and have endeavored to the best of my feeble powers to arouse them. I have stated startling things which, if they had believed, would have caused them distress and terror, and led them to zeal in repenting of their sins and iniquities. I have stated before them that from what was shown me, but a small number of those now professing to believe the truth will eventually be saved, not because they could not be saved, but because they would not be saved in God's own appointed way. The way marked out by our divine Lord is too narrow and the gate too straight to admit them while grasping the world, or while cherishing selfishness or sin of any kind. There is no room for these things, and yet there are but few who will consent to part with them. That they may pass the narrow way and enter the straight gate. My brothers and sisters, it is very clear here. Inspiration is telling us that what? But a small number of those now professing to believe the truth will eventually be saved. My brothers and sisters, let this be a wake-up call for us. Let us benefit from the history of the children of Israel. We need to study that history, for that history will be fulfilled to the very letter. Many, my brothers and sisters, many of the 23 plus million of the Adventists will be lost. They will not survive the purification that is about to take place in the church of God. They will not receive the seal of the living God. This is, my brothers and sisters, a voice that is calling for revival and reformation, as God is about to clean his church, as he sets, as he seals his own people. This small number, this minority that are going to be saved. My brothers and sisters, may we go back and study that history. May we be a people that will benefit from that history. May we be blessed this Sabbath as we ponder upon these words. God bless.